We want to just go ahead and consent on it.
For clarification, I do want to raise my grandkids in the park.
Duly noted.
You have to have kids first.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So, all right. Do we want to do a temperature check on this proposal, or do we want to skip right to consensus? Remember, using hand signals helps the facilitator quite a bit, knowing how to move forward in a fair way. So, okay, point of clarification.
So are we talking about changing the stack and the topic of conversation to second locations? If we agree with this proposal, are we done talking about here and moving on? I'm not sure where we're going with
I believe that would sort of be twofold, where we have sort of a functional thing of what staying in the park and what supporting people staying in the park is, as well as picking another thing. Point of process.
I think that would be two separate proposals to be dealt with. I think if we start trying to mix the two, we're going to get very confused. I think we just keep one. If we did it that way, we do one thing on what we're going to do for people who want to stay, and on the other hand, we've got to do something very separate about where to go forward, where are we going.
Okay, so is that a proposal to split this proposal? Or is this a proposal to address these issues after we decide on the proposal?
I don't want to split a proposal.
Okay, so that's not
logical.
a proposal.
It's just logical.
Okay.
You want to make
We're splitting the discussion, not the
Are we
proposal.
ready to come to consensus on
Logic.
this?
smaller pieces?
Are we ready to come to consensus on this?
Yeah, just throw it out.
Help me out. Let me just see something. All right. All right, it looks like it. All right, so we are going to try to come to consensus. The proposal is, maybe read it word for word one more time.
While supporting those who choose to stay, choose a second location. I just write it down.
There it is. While supporting those who choose to stay, choose a second location. So that is this proposal. All right, so those who are twinkle fingering that, let's see it. All right, I'm seeing a lot of twinkle fingers. Who's really not into this?
As in blocking?
No, just as in whatever. All right, so let's see stand-asides. Are there stand-asides?
I am, but I don't know the sign.
Stand-asides like this. Okay, so I'm seeing a good deal of stand-asides. Is there any specific block? Does anybody block this proposal? Okay, so this is basically going to pass, but I think we owe it to the stand-asides to state their case. So that was about 4 people. So can we hear from the stand-asides?
Just quickly, I was a stand-aside because by grouping this proposal, which shouldn't have been done, what it does is kind of undermines, it puts the idea behind those who stay here that it's finite, and you know, why not just be idealists right through to the end, you know?
Okay.
That was why I was stand-aside.
Okay, another stand-aside.
I still was hoping for some clarification about what that support means.
Right.
I still don't feel supported, and I still don't understand what that means, and I don't feel safe coming to consensus on that decision.
Okay. Is there a way to add this to the agenda, maybe, to help with that issue?
Point of clarification.
Okay, we've got a point of process and a point of information.
Does that mean we should have a discussion about what it means to support arrestees in terms of like jail support, court support, you know, bail support, you know.
Okay. Do we want to add that to the agenda?
Sure.
Do we want to add that to the end of the agenda, or do we want to add that in this immediate conversation that we're already in the middle of?
Immediate makes more sense. Probably immediate now, so they can make a decision.
Okay. No. Not seeing a ton of twinkle fingers. Point of process.
I think that should the support should follow the actual decision of what we do, so that the people can decide for themselves in that time where they're going to stand, and then we can talk about what we need to do as a group to support people who want to stay.
Okay, as a point of information, this proposal did pass, which is to support people who stay in the park while we choose another location. So that did pass. Okay, point of clarification.
You want me to clarify what I meant by support?
I think that would be helpful. I think the question right now is, are we adding discussion of what it means to support to the agenda? Is that...
already made a decision on the first, yes, then we move to that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Are there? Can I see at least some kind of support or non-support for the idea of adding this to the agenda? All right. Looks good. So we're going to put that on there. Now, do we want to do that now, or do we want to do that later?
No.
So twinkle fingers on now. Considerably less. Those who do not want to see that now, maybe just some downward fingers or something. Okay, only a little bit on that. So I'm thinking we should just move ahead with that. Okay, so let's form a stack on what it means to support and everything. We can just get sort of a bit of a discussion.
Legal team, where are you at?
I have a
So,
just about good.
clarification.
sorry, just a question. Are we for sure not going to be able to get a permit past tomorrow? Are we going to keep trying on that? What's up with that? I mean, I feel like it's relevant. Is it? Yeah.
Does anybody have a direct response for that question?
Can you speak up?
I said, are we going to? Do we know for sure that we're not going to be able to continue to get a permit after tomorrow? Are we sure that tomorrow is the last day?
Is there
I
a
guess it's
direct
probably
response?
important to figure out anyway. Yeah.
Direct response. I can respond a little bit, which is only from what I've read in the news, which is that the mayor has said they have made plans to remove us, that they are planning to allow us to stay till tomorrow, but at 11 o'clock, that's when they're planning on removing us. I don't know that that means shit because it came from the media, and they've been wrong about a lot of things so far. So
Norris didn't say anything.
One other thing that I was told was that the reason that okay, with the permit that we have today, it's different. Normally we've gone and we've showed up and we've gotten the permit, but yesterday they went to get the permit, we're told to come back, and then they didn't actually give them the permit. We're just being told that we have another day. So it's unusual. One of the things that I was told, and I don't know how legitimate this is, but was that it's the reason for that is because they're switching it from Parks and Rec over to the city manager's decision. So I don't know that we can't absolutely get another permit.
okay. So let's form a stack. So the topic is, what does it mean to support people who stay in the park? Do we have a stack? We got a crowd over here, mostly of media. Do we have a stack?
I can speak a little.
Are you in stack? All right, Shannon, step right up. Who wants to do stack? Form the stack over here.
Behind me.
Media?
Any reporters?
So really quick, there's a jail support form, and that's available on the Facebook legal page and on the Occupy Charlottesville Facebook page as well. In the photos, I scanned it in as a JPEG. You can, I guess what you can do at this point, it's kind of, I mean, it's been there for a while, but you can fill it out and you can scan it in and you can send it to legal at occupycville.org, and then we'll have those. Really, nobody's taking advantage of that resource in case of this happening. So really, if you want to be able to be traceable, if you have medicine, if you have special needs that you don't have another individual to say, hey, can you take care of my dog? That'd be a great place to write that. Those have been available and are there still. It's been suggested that you write the phone number of, you know, whoever on your arm in Sharpie so that you can make a phone call, and that's all I know. Oh, and we'll be here with cameras, huh? Is that what you're gonna say? We'll be here with cameras as legal observers. As far as I know, I think there's like 5 or 6 of us right now.
I could probably do it.
That'll have our little green hats on and legal observing and recording everything in case people, in the case of action and police action.
Okay, point of information.
Well, point of question. What is the number? What is this whatever number that we would need on our arm?
Well, there are numbers
Your
on
own phone
The
number.
legal team.
Actually, it's not a bad idea to write your social number on one leg, your phone number on the other, and your address on one arm.
So we need
That's what I would do.
Socials were drilled into my head a long time ago.
need a phone number.
Okay.
number to where we need one
Okay.
number.
On the jail support form, there are several phone numbers of people who are available to be called. You can write any of those numbers on, and we'll probably be at the park too, and then following you.
Point of clarification.
Is that available in non-internet form? Because there's people.
Right. It's
for
been
dual
here
form?
at the park several times and dropped off several times, and
Okay.
you know, who knows what happens.
Information chat.
But I don't know. I never placed any directly in the information tent. Several times I placed them in the kitchen before the information tent was put up. Whenever.
That'd be good. Put some in there.
Can we get some more?
We'll try to do that tomorrow for sure. Yes.
Okay, moving on with the stack.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything is said. Make sure